Hello everyone and welcome to Sunday. It is at the end of the evening and I desire a s'more. I'm told that they're pronounced with 2 syllables, even though for the entirety of my life I've pronounced them s'more. That being said, I also pronounce it syrp, and I've been told that that also has 2 syllables, syrup. Also giraffe and giraffe, anyway. I also wanted to talk about something else.
Giraffe.
Giraffe. I know what I'm talking about. Also wanted to talk about Assassin's Creed 3, because that is a Let's Play that launches this week, and I recorded my first batch, which was a handful of episodes, and I wanted to kind of give my first impressions and thoughts while I made a s'more. S'more. I'm also going to be making a s'more for Mallory, who asked to have it. You know what? Actually, no. I get a s'more. You get a s'more.
What's the difference?
There is none. So I've played a little bit of Assassin's Creed 3, and my history with the series is I have played 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelation in that order, because that is the order in which you are supposed to play them. And I've enjoyed the series. The series has had, kind of its ups and downs, but overall I really enjoyed the story, even though the overall story is kind of convoluted. By the way, this won't be spoilery, so you'll be okay. So I was really curious what was going to happen as we went into 3, and the thing I was most excited for, and keep in mind I've only played a few episodes now, so I've played, 2 hours of the game, maybe, at most. The thing I was most excited for was the setting, because I think that revolutionary America is actually a really cool idea for the series. I forgot that I needed the graham cracker. I've made this before, I swear. God, where's the... God. I really like the idea of the setting. And now that I've played a little bit of it, I gotta say, I like how they're handling it, but I've been a little confused because, everything I've heard about this game, they talk about how there's this specific protagonist, and a lot of people have been critical of the game in the past because they say they don't like the protagonist, he's whiny. Well, they've been talking about this one specific guy, and I've played 2 hours, and I ain't seen him. He plays like a completely different dude, which is fine. But I'm like, when's that dude coming? Because I'm ready for the dude. And you know what? Dude's not here yet. Some of you maybe have never seen someone make a s'more indoor. That's like an entire ad campaign. I should mail that to Nestle. But it's totally possible. And we do it probably more than I care to admit. But they're good. They're good. We bought a bunch of stuff in the summer, and this crap lasts forever because you don't sit down and eat 10 s'mores, unless you do, in which case, you do you. You only eat one at a time. So you eat one, and then you're kind of done. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say about Assassin's Creed 3 that I've thought so far is that I was a little worried, actually, because video games, sadly, are made for consoles, which I mean, I guess it's not a sad thing. It's for financial reasons. Everyone has consoles. There are less people playing on PC, and I was a little worried that the PC port of Assassin's Creed 3 may not be so great. Well, it's been okay, except when 15 minutes into the first episode, the game crashed. That was exciting, and it actually crashed in a beautiful way, and I think hopefully Dan was able, I gave Dan a lot of extra material, so hopefully he was able to hide it. But you start in an opera house, and they're like, go climb this ladder. So you go climb this ladder, and as I started climbing the ladder, everything went black. The HUD was still there, but everything went black, and I could hear my character grunting. And I was like, okay, man, whatever you want to do in your spare time with ladders is your prerogative, but please don't do it whenever I'm, messing with you on screen. And then I got the thing that was like, EXE has crashed. This one's yours, by the way. So.
You burnt it.
Burnt it? That's flavor.
No.
This can be mine. All right, I'll try again. If the next one I do is worse, then you can have the first one. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll do a better job. I'll make this one golden toasty.
Or you could just let me make it.
Then who would operate the camera? I mean, I guess it's got to be me. Anyway, don't worry, Mel. I got this one under control. Anyway, so yeah, the game did crash, but I recorded a few more episodes after that, and then everything was fine. But I was totally worried for a little bit. The other thing, and this is less of an issue with Assassin's Creed, and more of an issue with Uplay. Ubisoft had to have their own digital content distribution service. I have an issue with the fact that from what I can tell, there's no way to see if you own DLC for a game, because I didn't actually know if I owned DLC for Assassin's Creed 3, and there was nothing in Uplay that said if I did or didn't. I had to start the game and see if it would let me play it. And you might be saying, well, Stephen, I'm sure it probably does if you have it. Wrong, because I had the DLC for the other games, because I had some DLC on whatever the other Assassin's Creed were. See, that's not burnt yet.
That's perfect. Don't do it anymore.
Don't.
It's good. It's perfect.
I had DLC on the other ones, and it doesn't tell you there either. And I'm like, how can you not do that? How can you not tell someone on the main menu? Like, how difficult is that? I don't know. I mean, Uplay's fine. It's no Steam, but it's fine. But yeah, overall, so far, I've been enjoying it. I've got to play a little bit. I've heard from a lot of people that it becomes very monotonous, but I'm not to that point yet. I'm like 2 sequences in, 3 sequences in, and in that time, there hasn't been a lot of side missions anyway. There hasn't even been that stuff available. Supposedly, when that stuff becomes available, it's going to be like a lot of it. But that's okay. I'm probably not going to do every single little thing. I'm going to try and focus mostly on story. But so far I've enjoyed it, and the setting is cool. I'm really big into history, and I think that might be one of the reasons I actually kind of like the Assassin's Creed games. Whenever, early in the game you meet Benjamin Franklin, that's neat. And then he goes on to tell you how his favorite lovers are old women, and he goes on and on and on about it, and he tells you in excruciating detail. I mean, that part less so, but the Benjamin Franklin thing's really cool. Anyway, Mel, are you ready for your perfectly created s'more?
Yes.
Remember, you get a s'more, I get a s'more. That's how this is going to work. Anyway, Assassin's Creed 3 so far has been good. That's all that I needed to record before we leave. As a reminder, we are going out of town for a little bit, and I had to make sure I got that done. We got it recorded, I got it to Dan, and now I'm to the point where I'm not real worried about the trip. Up to this point, I've been like, there's a lot to do, but now things are looking up, things are looking okay. I think things are going to be fine, but up to this point, I have been a little worried. I'm actually kind of excited to get back and play more Assassin's Creed. It's been 2 years since I played the last one, so it was time to do another one. And it'll be exciting to see where the game goes, and maybe one day soon I'll be able to actually play as the protagonist that's on the box. Someday. This is for you.
Thank you. I can't eat it holding the camera.
I guess I should end the vlog. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. By this point, Assassin's Creed could very well be over. I understand that the vlog should be behind. If it is, please try not to berate me for it. I promise you, I'm working as hard as I can. Things get rough around here. We'll see you tomorrow. What's tomorrow, Monday? Mm-hmm. Monday's a good day. Let's meet back then.